All right, so today we're going to do a deep dive into this astrological forecast for March 27th, 2025.
Yeah.
And this is from Tarot by High C.
Right.
If you want to find out more from them, you can go to tarotbyic.net.
Okay.
And looking at this forecast, it seems like the big takeaway is that there's a lot of like artistic inspiration coming your way.
Yes.
And romantic idealism.
Right.
But
You gotta stay grounded.
exactly, like you need to keep your feet on the ground. And so, you know, like we were talking about before, you really value like real understanding and knowledge.
Yes.
And so it's kind of like,
How
do we enjoy this vista of inspiration and idealism?
Right. Keep your feet on the ground.
Not fall off the cliff,
Absolutely.
you know? So there's that balance.
Yes. And actually the forecast even pinpoints the afternoon as being the time for this Pisces moon square Jupiter.
Pisces moon square Jupiter.
Yeah. And so what that means is it's like all those dreams and hopes.
Right.
You know, that Pisces influence kind of butting up against Jupiter's energy, which is much more practical and grounded.
Oh, I see.
So it's a natural tension. But understanding that tension can help you manage your expectations around those new ideas.
Oh, okay. So like when I have that flash of brilliance.
Yes, exactly.
Which, you know, I love those.
Yes.
Instead of being like, okay, let's go.
Right.
I need to kind of be like.
Pump the brakes a little.
Yeah.
Look at it.
See how it fits in.
Exactly.
To the real world.
Right.
Okay. And then moving on from that, it talks about Venus retrograde in Pisces.
Yes.
Which is happening from March 27th to April 12th.
Right, a key period here.
And it says that this is like a wave of relief, which is a really interesting way to put it.
I think so too.
Because it's like Venus retrograde can be kind of intense.
It can be. Yeah.
But it's calling it a wave of relief.
Yeah.
So it's like
maybe stepping back from that intensity.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Okay, so for me, as someone who's always trying to figure out my relationships, like what does this inward turn of Venus really mean?
Well, I think what it's really signifying is that you need to turn your focus inwards towards your own needs.
Oh, okay.
And your own well-being within those relationships.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily about big external changes in the relationships themselves.
Okay.
But it's more about
like an internal shift.
Yeah, exactly. An internal reassessment.
Okay.
So this is a really good time for self-love and self-care.
So instead of like pushing forward in my relationships, it's more about understanding.
Exactly.
Like what do I need?
Yes. What nourishes you
within them. Gotcha. And
actually the forecast specifically says that you should be valuing things that fulfill a spiritual or creative need.
A spiritual or creative need.
Yeah. And, you know, for me,
Yeah.
I'm always searching for that deeper knowledge that really resonates. So it seems like this is a good time.
It's a really opportune time.
To figure that out.
Yeah, to do that internal work.
Yeah.
And figure out, you know, what really matters.
What really matters.
Yeah. At a deeper level.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So basically, like, the big picture is...
Yeah, the big picture.
We need to walk that line between inspiration and reality.
Like those feet on the ground.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not get too caught up
in
the, you know, over-idealization of things.
Whether it's creative, romantic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this Venus retrograde is like...
It's like a pause.
Yeah.
A time to reset. Go inward.
Take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think it's so interesting how, like, this all ties into such a human thing.
It really does.
You know? Like, how do we balance...
Our aspirations with, like...
Reality. The day-to-day.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So it's like this forecast is kind of like
a reminder to be self-aware.
Yes,
as you're navigating that
interplay.
Exactly.
So as you go about your day-to-day, think about like, okay, how do my passions, whether they're creative or romantic, how do they connect with like my deeper values, spiritual, artistic values? And also think about like what's one little thing.
One small step.
Yeah, one tiny little step I can do today. Not for the big picture, not for the huge vision.
Not the grand scheme.
But just for me.
Yeah.
Just for my soul.
Exactly.
For like...
For connection.
Yeah, a relationship.
Yeah.
That's really meaningful.
Yeah, that really matters.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
It was a pleasure.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.